A new president is waiting in the wings in the Philippines. Welcome to the Daily Forkast, May 10th, 2022. I'm Megha Chaddah of Forkast, covering all things blockchain. While official results are not yet in, a landslide victory is expected for the son of former dictator Ferdinand Marcos in the Philippines presidential election. But what could a win for Ferdinand Marcos Jr., better known as Bongbong, mean for the country's blockchain industry? We'll take a look at that plus a whole lot more coming up. Let's get you up to speed from Asia to the world.
Join thousands of NFT traders who already start their day on CryptoSlam.
Let's kick off with a look at the markets where the sell-off continues. Bitcoin plunged to a 10-month low Tuesday morning in Asia, dipping below the $30,000 mark according to data from Coinhako. Meanwhile, Terra's dollar-pegged algorithmic stablecoin Terra, USD or UST, depegged for the second time this week. It dropped as low as 67 US cents in early morning trading on Tuesday in Asia, though it recovered slightly as the morning went on. The price of Terra's Luna token also dropped by over 50% since late last week, resulting in its market capitalization falling below that of the USD stablecoin. The Terra network uses its native token Luna as collateral to peg the UST to the US dollar, with smart contracts reportedly used to control Luna's supply in order to maintain the USD's dollar peg. But with Luna's market cap lower than the USD's, there is likely not enough capital to back the underlying token, and that's affecting the peg. The Luna Foundation Guard has stepped in, saying it would lend $750 million worth of its Bitcoin reserves to help protect the UST peg. While Terra has said it is fighting back, promising more updates to come. So will it be enough? Forkast editor-in-chief Angie Lau is in Singapore right now, and she caught up with Michael Wu of Amber Group, getting his thoughts on the situation.
Whether it's Luna or other algorithmic stablecoins, they will find the path to evolution, right? Eventually, I think that will remain to be an important segment of the market. But I think the mechanism, the whole infrastructure to support it will also have to evolve after this.
Do you think Luna has the ability to come back?
I think they've got a very strong team, right, and a lot of backing from crypto native players. A growing ecosystem. I think they're building a lot of things, right? Not just DeFi, but also other type of applications, gaming, NFTs and all of that. So as an ecosystem, right, I think they've got a very good thing going, right? Now, how do they get through this? I think it depends on a lot of things, and we will see. But overall, I think we always have a lot of confidence on crypto entrepreneurs and teams like that who can continue to build and innovate throughout cycles.
Staying in Singapore, where crypto exchange Coinhako has been granted a major payment institution license. The license allows the exchange to provide digital payment token or DPT services under the Monetary Authority of Singapore's Payment Services Act. Coinhako is just the fourth firm to receive a full license so far in Singapore. Two other crypto firms, Revolut and Luno, received in-principle approvals to operate fully regulated crypto services last month, but over 100 license applications are still pending review. Many DPT service providers currently operate in Singapore under an exemption while they await a decision from the Monetary Authority on their license applications. You can find those stories and a whole lot more at Forkast.News. With no clear platform but unity, dictator's son and former Senator Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is poised to become the next president of the Philippines. But what will this mean for the blockchain sector in the country? Forkast Jenny Ortiz reports from Angono, Philippines.
36 years after the historic ousting of a dictator through the People Power Revolution, the Philippines has elected his son and namesake Ferdinand Marcos Jr. as the next president of the country. As of Tuesday morning Asia time, unofficial results from the Philippine poll body Transparency server showed Marcos Jr. in the lead with over 30.6 million votes. while current Vice President Leni Robredo was left trailing almost 16 million votes behind. Marcos Jr.'s running mate, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, who is the daughter of the outgoing President Rodrigo Duterte, is also leading the vice presidential race. So what does a Marcos Duterte tandem mean for the blockchain sector in the country? Attorney Rafael Padilla, co-founder of Black Devs Asia, a volunteer-driven organization that organizes blockchain meetups, told Forkast that while the poll results won't please investors, the blockchain industry won't be so concerned.
Generally, I hope I'm wrong, but we're not very optimistic that this is something that investors would find to be a good news. But for the blockchain industry, for the crypto industry, I would dare say that perhaps the impact would be negligible. It has something to do with the fact that the blockchain industry actually exists as a decentralized ecosystem. You have teams operating worldwide, globally. And so whatever happens here in the Philippines, if worst comes to worst, then Philippine founders would just have to move somewhere else. And the service might still be available.
Meanwhile, Emerson Fonseca, CEO of NEM Philippines and founder of Coin Sessions Entertainment, said that the next administration can utilize blockchain technology in government processes such as project bidding, approval, and funding. That way, he said the government can utilize the technology to eliminate corruption and express freedom of information. As for what we can expect the Marcos Jr. administration to push in terms of the cryptocurrency industry, Padilla has this to say.
So right now, we have no idea exactly what the policy of the incoming administration. They haven't published really or have spoken about their platforms and anything specific in this emerging sunrise industry, the crypto industry. But the best that perhaps we can hope for now is some form of continuity and stability, considering that the current administration, the outgoing Duterte administration, is somehow to a more or less some extent aligned with the incoming Marcos administration.
For Forkast, I'm Jenny Ortiz, Angono, Philippines.
Coinbase, the largest American crypto exchange, is borrowing money from Goldman Sachs. While the loan value hasn't been disclosed, it has been collateralized with Bitcoin, bringing legacy financial institutions and new age fintech firms even closer. How is this moving the markets, and what could it mean for the evolution of new age financial products? Damien Lowe, CEO of Matrix Asset Management, joins in to discuss this and lots more. Great to have you with us, Damien.
Thank you for having me.
Damien, Goldman Sachs, one of Wall Street's stalwarts, lending against Bitcoin is pretty significant, and the Coinbase CEO says it bridges the gap between fiat and crypto economies. What do you think?
I think it's definitely a big step, but it's not. The trajectory is still the same as what I've been expecting and I've been thinking for the last few years overall. The pace of institutionalization continues, and if anything, it's accelerating. And while this is a big milestone, I think it was bound to happen at some point where a large investment bank would be teaming up or doing a proof of concept trade with a big exchange or a big crypto native player overall. So I congratulate them for the deal, and I think there'll definitely be more to come in the future.
Interestingly, Goldman has made the loan without holding the Bitcoin collateral themselves, which instead lies with a third-party custodian. Why would they do that, and how could it influence the structuring of such future loans?
The commercial terms weren't that important right now, at least for Goldman. It really was more of a proof of concept for them overall. What's more important, I think, was that they were able to build the commercial terms into the yield itself, and that they had some kind of collateral that they could get their hands their access to, even though it's held in escrow overall. And in the future, when Goldman has more use cases for Bitcoin overall, I'm sure they could restructure the deals differently for all their loans overall. So for the first one, I'm sure they were just fine with a third party holding it overall.
Now, compared to traditional loan products, crypto loans come at high interest rates, and in many deals so far, loans have been raised between 40 to 60% of the value being pledged. What's your sense here?
I think it's a combination of a few factors. One is the comfort level of taking the coin, mainly Bitcoin, but other cryptocurrencies as collateral. So there's that initial comfort level. Once there's a little bit more historical data for it, I think those loan-to-value ratios will improve. The other things that I think will make it change is that as cryptocurrencies become less volatile, as it becomes something that everyone holds overall and the volatility comes down, the loan-to-value would decrease as well. Thirdly, and I think that as there's more and more adoption, there's more products where you can actually make use of the Bitcoin rather than it just sitting in a cold wallet somewhere. I think that would also improve the loan-to-value ratios overall for the loans. So yes, initially it's like that, but I think it will just be improving overall. So the trajectory is the right way, even though the starting point might not be where we want it to be in the future.
We are seeing innovative financial crypto products not just at the institutional but also at the retail level. Crypto lender Nexo just gave out an over $3 million loan against the collateral of 2 Cryptopunk zombies. What sort of scope do you see for products at the retail level?
I think there would be a lot. So what will happen is that there's a lot of innovation going on. Obviously, just where there's a lot of creativity and there's a lot of different people trying new things, a lot of it will not get the traction and the network effect that will make it enduring. But from that, as you saw in 2017, when DeFi projects were being worked on and it actually got developed over the years, there'll be a few winners, but those winners will be really innovative, really well adopted, and it's a really good environment to continue the creativity, the fostering, and the expanding of cryptocurrencies overall. So yes, we'll start to see more of these things, and I think it will flourish. But which specific protocols, instruments, it's hard to say who will be the winner overall.
Well, it's just the start for innovative financial products, and there's so much more to come. Thank you so much, Damien, for joining us today.
Thanks again for having me.
And that's the Daily Forkast from our vantage point right here in Asia. For more, visit Forkast.News. I'm Megha Chaddah. Until next time.